welcome back. You can see that I've just kind of littered the table with some typical campy type text. Let's put in some water over here, and you can see that I've actually got the colors ready to go for this, but I just sampled the one of the blues that I have inside of here, and this is kind of a light green, and I thought it'd be fun to just kind of put in some, like a water tunnel, something that's just transparent that you probably could see on an actual table. So let's zoom in just a little bit, and we'll just arc this up like so. Do that like so, and you probably don't need that other stroke over there, and really probably don't even need these strokes. But let's see how that looks. So definitely the ball could slip down into there. You could turn these into a symbol, or just turn that into a symbol, and then even overlap it with itself. So just copy and paste, another version of that symbol. Maybe make that one a little bit less on the alpha. And this could be something that you just kind of move up and down a little bit. It might give it something of the effect of its flowing water. Or you could actually go the distance and animate some kind of ripply effect down here, a bubbly effect maybe. In some sense, if you're trying to make a convincing actual table, you'd go, what's making that happen on a real table? But then again, let's accept the fact that this is not a real table, and you can really do anything you want. I think people will get that. So if you were to do that, water is people think of it's pretty tough. A lot of it just has to do with the speed of things happening. So for example, if you put in, let's say, just some circles down here, right? Then give yourself a few more frames, hit F5, and I'm just going to work on this layer over here. I would say then just hit F7 and do completely different circles, right? So just kind of go through here like that, and do the same thing again. More circles. So you're really just kind of foaming this thing up, changing it. Let's do it one more time. Okay, and then let's go over here to control. You can loop the playback, just hit the return key, and let's see what that would look like. Publish it. All of our animations are going to be looping, but once you've got that little effect in there, yeah, there's certainly some room for improvement. I don't really like what I'm seeing with that top part over there, but what we could do in that case, if it's not that convincing, is just blur it out a little bit. So we probably wouldn't want to blur the kind of top tunnel part, so I'd say then just pull that off to the side, duplicate one of these. So let's just call this bubbles. And then get rid of the tunnel part from within there. So you're just left with your bubbles. And then on this side, you would want to get rid of the bubbles. And let's bring that back over there. Let's try to blur it. Oh, you could even bevel it too. That's not what I meant to do, but what the heck? Let's see what it looks like with a kind of a blue bevel on it. Maybe even a little bit darker. And then, yes, let's blur it. And let's go ahead and put it above that. So just pasting it over there. And you could probably even duplicate this, make it a little smaller. Maybe flip it upside down so you kind of don't notice that's just a duplicate. Let's see what that would do. There you go, getting a little bit better, right? My biggest complaint is there still is one big bubble at the top that I'm not convinced about. Let's just go in there and get rid of that guy right away. So yes, I think it's probably that one. Maybe this guy too. Perhaps the lesson here is just not such big bubbles. Okay, let's try it one more time. It's not bad. Looks like my eyes are getting distracted over there. It might even look a little bit better if we kind of tucked it beneath the railing that we have, so you could throw it. Here's how it'll look better. Just hide it. Well, and probably too, what you'd want to. Oops, I don't know what I just did there. Another good idea would be to just take this and animate that a little bit as well. So let's just call this Waterfall. How about that? And then inside of here, so you've got that your original symbol. I've actually already got the pivot point on this side. What you could do is just hit F6, hit F6 again, go through here, right click, just create classic tween, and then just do something like that. So this is just going to kind of loop back like so. And let's see what we've got now. That's a little bit better. I think we'd probably want the bubbles in front. Maybe I was wrong about that. I'm gonna do one more set of them. Shrink them up a little bit. The answer is more. How about that? Just do more of them. Oh, for some reason it did it super big. How do we? It's so rare now. I test. I do this too. Let me just try to publish it again. Every once in a while, I'll just do this massive sized test Swift. Okay, well, how about if I go like that? How about if I close it and publish it one more time and we'll see. Otherwise, I'm pausing this video. Okay, there we go. That's more what I had in mind. Yep. Yeah. And probably some sort of highlight over top of this thing would work out really well too. Let's try that. So I'm gonna double click inside of this symbol, and let me just take a line. I'm just gonna cut through here. Let's get rid of that. Might want to put that that highlight over top of the blue. I basically just replaced it with the highlight. That's maybe not the best idea. Let's try to cut that off of there and then paste that back in. What we'll do is just put that over there. Since there's no animation here, let's get rid of those frames. Yeah, it's probably better. Let's even take it up just a notch. Frenetic. Maybe slow it down a little bit too. But I'd say the last little thing I'm going to do to tweak this. I like the highlight. Let's make it so it's not just this kind of like stripe down there. Go the distance, right? If we're going to do it all the way. So what you could do is just kind of do stuff like this. And once you get a few of them in there, you could probably just duplicate it. And to do the reverse side, let's just cut that a little bit closer, and then maybe copy and paste this, flip it upside down. So I'm using the hotkeys to transform that vertically. So you now got this kind of thing happening. Let's just adjust some of our spikes. Not much rhyme or reason to what I'm doing, just kind of pulling these up. And that would probably be a great thing to animate too. If you were going to do that, I just hit, oops, yeah, well, no, F6 is right. I just didn't have another keyframe over here. Here, let's give us a few more frames. And then just kind of just go through and, you know, pull on this stuff, change it around as best as you can, as quick as possible. So you're getting kind of, oh, we'd have to probably change it drastically. Here, let's just flip it upside down. Do something like that. So a few more of those, you could probably make a convincing effect. Let's see, how else could we quickly duplicate this? I don't know. Let's just see what it looks like. Okay, yeah. So with a little bit more work, you know, it could be okay. You need a few more than just two unique frames. But blur your eyes. Try to pretend like you're seeing one of those things at the mall that pops out, and I think it actually looks pretty good. So I won't waste I won't waste more than 12 minutes on a waterfall effect. But if you see it differently in the future, it's probably just because I added a few more frames inside of there. But at least the bubbles, I think, are working out all right.